Come with me to Columbus, Ohio to cover Penn State's away football game against the Ohio State Buckeyes. So on Friday, we got up, not as early as we usually do because this was a short drive. We actually went to our classes, our 9 a.m.s, which was nice to actually go to class before we hit the road, not miss class. Drove through western Pennsylvania. This was like peak fall foliage time, which was beautiful. Made our way into Ohio. Only a 2-state trip this time. As always, stopping at Panera for a bite to eat before continuing on our way through Ohio. I hate Ohio, but the fall colors were pretty. Stopped to talk to Ethan Grunkemeyer, who is Penn State's commit for quarterback for the class of 2024. I don't know. He's a senior in high school now. So we stopped, interviewed him for Onward State, and then we went to check out his high school football game that night. Took some pictures, just watched the game a little bit, doing some journalisming and everything. Then continued on our drive into downtown Columbus, Ohio to grab a bite to eat. I ultimately forgot to actually record, but we got Shake Shack because all the restaurants basically just had really long lines, and there was that bathroom with Buckeyes on it. Anyway, that was the day. Saturday was game day, so we got up nice and early. Had some hotel breakfast, which was delicious. We'd stayed at motels up to this point, so going to a regular hotel with a hotel breakfast was really nice. Made our way over to the stadium in Columbus, Ohio. We were staying outside Columbus a little bit. Drove through the tailgate lots and then drove in past the stadium. And I am a Penn State fan, but I do have to admit, beautiful stadium. Stopped by College Game Day. They were in town. So we stopped by that set for a minute before going past what looked like the entrance to the Pantheon into Ohio Stadium, or the Shoe as it is more commonly known. I did some rocky steps up to the top to get this awesome view of the entire Horseshoe Stadium, and then we went down on the field to watch the team warm up. You can see here the team is doing all their stretches and everything. This is one of my favorite times to take pictures too, because everyone's doing predictable motion, which is easy to get nice pictures. Anyway, there's the game day crew again. Here's the quarterbacks warming up. There's Bo throwing and Drew throwing. And, the stadium slowly started to fill up. They did a Scarlet the Shoe theme, so everyone wore red. Before the game, we got to see the band perform, which, they're one of the best bands in the country. I'm not going to say the best. I think the Penn State Blue Band's the best. There's Brutus the Buckeye. And then they did the tradition that they do of dotting the I, which is the thing that they do with their band. I don't know. It looked cool, I guess. Then the teams came out of the tunnel, fireworks and everything. I thought the colored smoke was cool because it's a day game, so it was better than regular fireworks, I guess. And then there was a helicopter flyover during the national anthem, which was cool. And I'll give it to the crowd. They were bumping. It's not a whiteout or anything at Beaver Stadium, but the crowd was pretty loud. Here is the halftime performance of the band. I really didn't record it all during the game, although there is Mark Ingram and Urban Meyer. But I was pretty locked in during the game. And then here's me after the game. A little sad at this point, but went up to the press box to edit my pictures for the day. And obviously Penn State lost, if that wasn't evidently clear, and if you didn't know that already, considering this game was a couple weeks ago. Saw the sunset on the way out. This video is delayed, by the way. I apologize for that, but I don't know. I just hadn't gotten around to editing till now. But, we made our way out from Ohio Stadium. Long day, Obviously, as journalists, we're unbiased, but as fans, we were disappointed with the result. Drove through campus a little bit. Got to see, it's very big, all the buildings were just very large, very big campus. The quad looked nice though, and drove around. It was nice to get to see campus, lots of nice modern buildings and everything. Then we started to head out, stopped at Culver's for a bite to eat, hoping that would make us feel a bit better. But we ultimately decided, we were just kind of upset and tired, and we were planning on staying the night, but we decided to say goodbye to Ohio and just drive straight home, even though that would get us home at 1 in the morning. Drove through Pittsburgh on the way home. That was pretty cool. I'd been to Pittsburgh once last fall, but it's got such a great skyline. Coming out of the tunnel is always great. But yeah, that was pretty much it. We just were kind of sad and we drove home. But here's some pictures I'll still show you. Despite the loss, I got some good pictures, but not too many. It wasn't a very offensive heavy game for Penn State. I think they scored 12 points. So, yeah, the Nittany Lions didn't get much going on offense, which means there wasn't much for me to take pictures of. But I got some pictures of like the Ohio State fans and game day atmosphere, and I tried my best to get some pictures of the minimal Penn State offense that happened. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for one last road trip in a couple of weeks.